autopsy of an unidentified female, henceforth known as Jane Doe.
We watched a movie.
That we did. The Autopsy of Jane Doe. Directed by Andre Uvrenol and starring Brian Cox and Emil Hirsch.
Is there actually a line through the O in
his
name? Oh.
He's Norwegian or Swedish or something.
Okay.
He's the director of Troll Hunter. And I don't really want to say too much about this movie other than, it's the story of a father and his son who are performing an autopsy on an unidentified corpse.
On a Jane Doe.
And shit gets weird.
This movie is genuinely terrifying.
Yeah, it's fucking creepy. Like, I rarely get freaked out by movies. I think there's maybe 2 or 3 that have really genuinely unsettled me. Lovely Molly is one of them. I can't think of the other one right now. This is the third.
This motherfucker's making me go home to my apartment after this alone.
Yeah, this movie's fucking creepy, guys. It's real fucking good.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
By the way, happy day after Christmas.
Yeah, that's when this is being filmed.
It won't be uploaded that day, though.
Because it's already like 10.
Yeah, it's like 10?
Yeah, isn't it?
It's like 8:30.
Oh, fuck me.
I didn't know really anything about this movie. I saw a couple trailers and I was like, that looks alright. And then I watched it in my bed at 3 in the morning. And then I showed it to him just now.
And I knew nothing about this movie because he told me not to look anything up.
This shit is fucking scary. I specifically told you not to look anything up because I felt the trailers gave a little too much away.
Oh, yeah, as they do.
Specifically regarding that bell scene. This movie's fucking terrifying, guys. It's really fucking creepy, and it's owed to a lot of things, mostly due to Andre Uvrenol's direction and the fact that
just the atmosphere.
Well, yeah, it's really lended to by the setting. Because I applaud them for right away. I'm just right off the bat. I'm applauding them for the location of this film in this really old mortuary. Amazing, really fucking
like
solid.
A single location movie.
Single location. The whole thing takes place in a morgue, and it's real fucking.
It's
unsettling.
real spooky. It's real spooky.
Yeah, and I mean, it's lended to by the poor lighting in the place, not in the movie, in the mortuary itself, and then just like his direction overall is fucking stupendous. So, I mean, I don't know.
Should we just dive right in?
Just dive right in. I think we're just gonna dive right in because I don't know what else I can say aside from holy fuck.
Yeah.
Right off the bat, I think this movie is gorgeously shot.
Oh, dude, the cinematography was amazing.
Fantastic, but there's one specific thing that I mentioned it during that they do so fucking well, and it adds so much to the overall just unease of this movie. They consistently cut back to Jane Doe's face and just hold on it, and just hold on that fucking, like, just blank, dead expression. Props to Owen Kelly for actually appearing like an actual corpse.
Oh, she wasn't a prop?
No, she was a real person.
Oh, wow, that's... Yeah. Jesus.
She was a real person, and props to her for holy shit, she really looked like a dead person. They continually cut back to her face and just hold on it, and it really lends to this whole unsettling atmosphere of you're just watching it and you're just staring into this dead girl's eyes and you're expecting her to move every time it does it, because it just will hold on it and just obviously better.
But instead of just being dead on the inside, also dead on the outside.
It'll be shot in a better way than what I just did, but it's really uncomfortable.
This whole movie just makes you feel tense as shit. Like,
yeah.
I think you moved on your fucking chair at one point and I jumped just because...
I hit my head scratcher.
Ah, alright. Well, you did that and I fucking jumped just because of how, like, the tension in this movie is beyond, like, I don't even know how to explain it.
No, it's real fucking intense and unsettling, and just overall, it really makes you, like, uncomfortable and itchy. Also, I really have to applaud them on the premise, because this is really original. In 2016, this is a super original, like, plot, and you never really... There's not much like it out there, and I also... The way that this story unfolds, the pacing's brilliant. The script is really, really well written. It's a very tight...
Mostly.
Quick-paced movie. And... Well, I mostly meant in terms of the characters. The characters, they feel like real people.
Yes.
There was not a moment that I broke immersion for me and I was like, oh, they're acting. No, they always felt like real people to me. But I really love just like the overall pacing, the way that this story unfolds, and the whole entire lead up, the whole first and half of the second act is fantastic. It's such a really solid unfolding mystery that just one thing leads to another, leads to another.
And like, here's the thing. I wasn't sure that anything was going to happen past that. I thought it was going to be in the same theme throughout the entire movie.
No, and then
I would have been perfectly happy with it.
Oh, I actually would have too. If it was the whole tone and style of the first half of the film, I would have been fine with that. It's really, really just incredibly tight and really just. It keeps you hooked the whole time because you're watching these characters solve this mystery one step at a time, and it really. You're right along there with them, and it's really just awesome to see.
But then it does change, and it's not like I'm like, oh damn, it changed. It changed, and it was still just as good.
It's a change of pace, but it's not a jarring one. Because given the nature of everything that's happening in the movie by that point.
And you eventually get an explanation that's actually somewhat satisfying.
Here's the thing. I was I have mixed feelings on the explanation.
The exposition.
I'll get to that when we get to the.
Okay. The explanation on the exposition was The exposition about the explanation was shit, but
I don't even say it was shit. I think it was a little
very heavy-handed. But for a movie that was so fine-tuned and had such finesse throughout the rest of it,
well,
the
that's the thing,
was very heavy-handed.
That's the thing. It's weird that we're doing dislikes now, but my dislike isn't even an actual dislike. It's just more of a complaint in the sense that I could have done without any explanation. I like the explanation we got, but if the whole thing had been more Lovecraftian and totally unexplained, I would have been fine with that. The explanation is not a bad one, but given how incredible the lead-up is to it, it's a little disappointing.
I don't know. I wasn't disappointed.
Not the explanation itself. I'm just saying, like, the way it's handled.
Oh, the way it's handled was done like shit.
I disagree. I disagree that it's done like shit. I just think it was like you can't help but be disappointed by the fact because everything leading up to it is so well done.
Well, yeah, the heavy-handed nature of the explanation.
It's a little bit of a falter, and it's a little bit of a misstep in my opinion.
But everything else was great.
I totally agree. Also, I really want to talk about the score by Danny Bensi, which is excellent, beautiful. It's a beautiful score throughout the entire movie, and it really lends to this very haunting atmosphere that the movie gives and instills in you. And it's really, really solid. And I don't really have any specific dislikes. Like my only dislike is what I just discussed, and that was a complaint about my expectations versus the movie.
And I've got one dislike other than the heavy-handed complaint I have, and it's just that, and you completely disagree with me here, but I felt like there were a couple of scenes where the acting wasn't fully up to standards. It's still, good, but throughout the rest of the movie, the acting is phenomenal. And then just a couple of scenes here and there, it's like, eh.
I personally don't agree, but okay, that's your opinion. Man.
Exactly, opinions.
Whoa. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. You're not allowed to have those.
Yeah, not in Trump's America.
Go back in the cell. Anyway, yeah, I mean, overall, I just think it's really, really, really fantastic, and I can't recommend this one enough.
Yeah, neither can I. This movie is proof that fresh concepts do still exist.
It's hard to do, but I mean, it's
and
really
Hollywood needs to fuck off and stop doing sequels and
I'll
reboots.
chalk it up to the fact that Andre Verneuil is a foreign director, so it
I know.
It doesn't
I'm
count.
aware, but okay. Just because foreigners are doing different things doesn't mean we can go, well, it's okay. They're not in Hollywood. Hollywood needs to learn
the
from
Hollywood
them.
system's never going to change because they suck,
because
and they're all pedophiles.
Yeah, a lot of them are.
Not all of them, most of them. I mean, overall, just holy shit, dudes. What would you rate this movie?
I'd give this a solid must-see.
A solid must-see.
I'll give this a must-see. I forgot. Yeah, words.
No, I definitely would totally agree. If it wasn't for the way the third act was handled, I would have definitely said it's a genre masterpiece. Hands down.
As I would have.
It's one of my favorite films of the year by far. It's definitely a must-see. Everybody should go check this out. I really can't see anyone being disappointed by this movie unless they're looking for something very specific that they don't find at all.
That being said, if you're squeamish, I mean, there's...
Yeah, that's the thing. I know people who are squeamish about that sort of thing, and they were really freaked out by the autopsy stuff.
So, like, if you don't like seeing autopsies, there's a lot of autopsy stuff in this movie.
There's a lot of dead bodies and really, just gruesome shit. I am desensitized as fuck, so I don't care.
There's nothing, torture-y or anything.
No, not at all, but there's
just,
disemboweling dead bodies and all that sort of thing.
If that thing's gonna, turn you off from a movie, or if you're just somehow triggered by it or something like that, God, I use that word. I hate myself.
It's fine. But, I mean, yeah, maybe not...
Maybe avoid it just for that sake, but overall, I would recommend this to literally anybody else.
Yeah, pretty much. Also, this movie's I was saying to you before, this movie's an excellent metaphor for male ignorance to female trauma. Really, really cool. There's a lot of themes about that in the entire film, and it's really solid. I love it. Check it out, guys. It's really, really cool. Oh, yeah. We just hit 300 subscribers.
Yeah, we just hit 300 subs, so...
Thanks, guys.
I mean, this channel's been around for, like, 340 days right now. Like, when the hell The Forest came
Just
out?
shy of a year.
Yeah, just shy of a year. Whenever The Forest came out is when this channel originated, and...
300 subs, that's
almost a channel...
roughly a sub a day.
Yeah, roughly almost a sub a day, so... Thank you, guys.
Thank you, seriously.
Like,
we really appreciate it.
You guys are fucking awesome. I've said for a while now, if we hit 300 subs this year, I would be a very happy person.
He's a very happy person
fucking
now.
goddamn.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. He really appreciates it. Mo really appreciates it.
Does he? Is he here? Where is he?
Who gives a shit? Yeah, I mean, thank you so much, and please check out the Autopsy of Jane Doe. I don't think you'll be disappointed at all. Yeah, as always, guys, thank you so much for watching and subscribing. And if you haven't yet, go down there and like, comment, subscribe, and say, hey, I saw this movie and it scared me. And I'll say,
or
yeah, same.
Say, hey, I saw this movie and you guys are pussies. And we'll say, hey, that hurt my feelings.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much, as always, and, like, comment, subscribe.